Air support goes on in, crashes into the Tiger Ace, does a little more damage. Recon also crashes into the LFH. I guess, again, allied kamikazes. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and today I'm casting a 3v3 replay submitted by a Patreon supporter. You're probably going to guess who real quick by just looking at the names, but Patreon supporters are incredible support for my channel, and if you would like to support my channel, just hitting that subscribe button really does help out, and or check out my links below where you can join my Discord and join all the other stuff we do there, like Fan Friday and of course Replay Sunday, where I cast all the other replays sent to my Discord and more of my Gmail, and of course as a big thank you to my Patreon supporters as well, which link is down below. Which, let's see if we go into this game. We got ourselves Buffel, Spy Tomb, and SS Wolf equals S. Okay, we'll just say Wolf. Ace, Greyshot 151, and Creepio. So, anyway, double check here. We got a full allied team. Axis have 2 OKW and 1 austere. This is red ball, so it is a little more interesting because we are in a 3v3 environment. Again, 3v3s are definitely on some maps better because of how the map is orientated and also how big the map is. This map's more designed for 4v4, so it will be interesting to see how both sides contend and deal with each other, as it's harder to necessarily close up all the gaps, and hopefully should allow some more flanks and better attacks across each side. I've also unfortunately had this file corrupt multiple times, so hopefully this recording actually records. But anyway, doctrine-wise, we already have Overwatch, so air support, maybe some sneaky Goliaths. Buffo going Firestorm, which, yeah, he's going triple Sturm, so flamethrowers are most likely going to be on the table. And of course, we got ourselves Wolf with Strategic Reserve, so Tiger Ace is a potential. Now, Direct Strike is available. They have Recon because they have 2 OKWs. So the Germans are actually in a really good state right now. Allies have themselves Airborne, with, of course, that will allow airstrikes and heavier infantry. Ace going Soviet Industry, great repairs and heavier armor. Creepio is yet to go anything, but right now, I'm going to actually give the advantage to the Axis because I really do like their setup. Sturm Pioneers are attempting to flank around, but as you can see here, 151 and Creepio are reinforced there to really make sure with an MG preventing any sort of flank. Sturm Pioneer just going for the point here. We also have armies that are moving around Ace, so Ace is going to be in a real tough spot, especially with not a lot of front line. He notices that and is going to pull his forces back. Again, not a bad idea, so that way if the enemy does charge, you at least have something. And again, the Assault Grenadiers, aka Askrens, are very, very proficient of charging the enemy down and really closing the distance in a very short period of time, which makes MG placement super critical because you need to suppress them immediately. So in pulling back to more defensive state with engineers in decent cover, makes sense. I am flamethrowers, so if they do get up close, they'll be burned alive, which, good for him. Now, we double check on the middle section, and we also have flamethrowers with the Sturm. Another Sturm Pioneer has been made as well. Interesting. Pathfinder slowly wearing down the Sturm Pioneer squad with Echelons as well, opening fire. Captain coming in, hopefully wear down the opponent. Again, we have a bit of a defensive line here with Creepio laying down all sorts of stuff. I believe the tank traps, though, were from the American, aka 151. Trying to build some cover. Sturms in cover themselves, waiting for an ambush. Where's the other squads? Back at base, so it looks like they either were sent back for healing or they got suppressed and got out of there without any models. They didn't kill anything either, so a bit weird. Sturm Pioneers opening fire. Might kill their echelon here. Let's see. 151 being picked off actually by the Sturm and Kubel combo, but Spy Tomb is being very weird, and by very weird, he's only gone 2 units. He has placed mines, don't get me wrong, but it looks like he's saving up for the Jaeger Light Infantry. So the JLIs are very good for long-range warfare, very good in terms of causing havoc, but unfortunately they do lack some, how do I put this nicely, they do lack some defense capabilities. They do have camouflage, which is good, but again, if they are in a sustained firefight with better units, such as, I don't know, paratroopers, pathfinders with bars, they could really have an issue. So it is interesting to see what Spy Tomb does. He also went medical, so that it may not just be JLIs. He might also be trying to pump out support guns or other things very shortly. At the very least, he has an MG coming out. Storm Pioneer immediately pushed back by the British 5-man squads and also the Pathfinders. So again, 151 really trying to focus there. Also a captain, so AT gun is on the docket with a howitzer and a half-track. So a good assortment of weapons. Though, I will say, if he wants an MG, he can always drop it for himself or his allies. Infantry section are pushing on in, again trying to cut off this territory. Not really much action on left. It seems like most of it was on right. But Ace is actually advancing. Again, most likely because the two armies, one is Sturms that get constantly pushed back, and the other guy has barely any units that are just now coming onto the front. With a forward medical that's in a very precarious spot, because it is so close that the Soviet player's Katusha or artillery could really do some damage here. So you really want to be careful when doing this. Units are pulling back from mines that, again, did detonate. He doesn't have a minesweeper because of the flamethrower. He does have a mortar and an AT gun coming up to the front. So we'll see how much that does. MG easily pushing back the Sturms. Sturms do not have a flamethrower. The Volk squads, now they would, but the Sturms do not. And he's just going pure Sturm. So again, it's very interesting. He also got pushed back on the other side. So really, the infantry section are just advancing. Kubel trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And yeah, it's one of those situations where if you're an Axis member, you're like, guys, what the hell are we doing? Are we drunk right now? I think we're all drunk right now. We need to lay off a lot of the beer because, oh god, I don't know how much we drank, but we are not doing all that great. Now there are MGs, and again, it seems like Wolf has barely fought. He only has one model kill. These Germans in 7 minutes have barely gotten any kills, right? They've gotten 1 kill on Wolf, 6 kills on Spy Tomb, and it's nothing at all. Creepio has a positive KD right now, which is insane for me to think of. Now, again, Panzergrenadiers should be able to get something. They get a nice bundle. I'll give them credit there. Assault Grenadiers focus on the MG. Maybe they'll be able to kill it. No, they do not get close enough in range, and unfortunately the weapons are very particular in their range, being better at close, so they weren't able to kill it. Enough Soviet firepower drives the enemy away, and once again, it's a situation where the Axis are just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Now, we do have Creepio, who did take some losses, so that perfect KD he had is now going to be going away. But at the very least, he was doing enough damage to cause havoc. But it is weird that the Germans have very few kills this early on, at least in my opinion. Territorial-wise, they're also losing munitions. Specifically, the Axis are being outdone by the Allies, getting 52 munitions per turn. And with this point, not under Axis control, it's not going to help. There's a lot of forces coming their way. Looks like we have a triple team going on. But Pathfinders on standby, Captains pulling on standby, Mortar, and maybe even the Howitzer. Although, to be fair, it's probably focused on this Sturm. It could come into play if he did long range and moved it a little bit, but looks like he won't do that. Again, Pathfinders trying to do what they can, but still having a rough time. They are wearing down the Sturms, but there's still JLI and Assault Grenadiers focusing on them as well. This is opening up the corridor for this mortar, and yeah, Wolf is seeing this and going in for at least the grenade throw on the mortar. Most of the grenades, oh, actually no, they actually got good hits, and the mortar is driven back. Conscripts pushing on in with an MG that's hopefully suppress the assault grens. Germans are finally, you know, sobering up and managing to get some good plays here, taking over the fuel, or they were until the Soviets decapped it. And they still have the VP, though, so that's good. In the far back, we have Sturm Pioneers trying to go for the point. Only Sturms. Buffalo, what are you having? Medical. Yeah, I don't know his strategy. I mean, I could see Opel Blitz trucks to kind of, you know, rush through. And he does have a Shrek team on these guys, so at least he has some form of AT. But, again, it is weird. It is very, very weird that this is actually going on. Now, in 50 cal set up by 151, hopefully suppress this blob. Royal Engineers are on standby, and they can absolutely help with the infantry section. We have an ambulance nearby for healing. I, again, question this player, and we saw this player had good play time, so it's not a new guy. Oh, nice shot with the howitzer. He's probably going to lose that unit. He will lose that unit, and that would be a major loss for him, because the Sturm is, what, 300 manpower. So again, losing that is quite a big issue. JLIs are consistently harassing the Soviets, pushing back the AT gun with Sturm support. Again, glad the Germans looks like definitely are holding on to the right-hand territory. You still have, you know, Creepio taking over this location, but again, it is a situation at hand that at least they're starting to gain some momentum, because, yeah, the first few minutes, I'm like, is this game going to be over in, like, 10 minutes? You know, at least they change things around. They're also buying out caches, so it looks like armor is a priority for them, and hopefully they can actually, you know, get something out. Again, we don't have any Panzer headquarters, it looks like, anywhere on the field, or we do have a tier 3 building via Battle Phase 2. More grenades being thrown to hurt the 50 cal, and again, at least he has a handful of kills, but the Pathfinder with bars? Is there a bar on that man? There is a bar on him. Okay, I thought I saw it. With the captain itself, are enough firepower to easily hold it back. Let's see. So fuel-wise, we have a major, and so a Panzer IV could be out shortly. With a Sherman closely following. Ace is close to a T-34, but again, I think he's more of an Su-85 type, with especially with his probably the wait, no, it's not half track. No, it's a truck to hopefully get fuel. So you know what? He might try to even go for a KV. KV-8B specifically against infantry. Maybe use the armor to just kind of take shots from a lot of the German armor, which even the Panzer IV's got a real rough time versus a KV-8. Conscripts holding on to the territory. Again, at least they're getting supplies. Small push on left with the Sturm, but again, infantry section are just wearing that down with the howitzer support. He probably will lose another unit if he stays there for another second. Luckily, he did get out, but he was very close indeed to losing another very valuable unit. Munition-wise, again, Germans are being beaten by the Allies, about 15 munitions, which is a decent amount, especially over time. Fuel-wise, Germans are actually in the lead, but that's thanks to the 1, 2... no, not 3 yet, although it looks like it might be building a third cache back here. But a lot of fuel caches that help take the lead in that regard. Trucks are being deployed by Ace, again, hopefully get those resources, again, boost him by considerable amounts every time he puts one down. But again, that's a lot of manpower, so it could affect his army size right now, though he's mostly defensive, with some mines, I assume. Assault Grenadiers taking over the territory. He did get the upgrades, so they are better now with additional men, so that's pretty solid. Pathfinder's going for mid to hopefully continue to put pressure on the Axis rather than themselves, because they're about 50 points down, and they really need to turn things around. Let's see right now. We have ourselves an ambulance healing, play defensive works with the MGs, and the JLIs are now fighting Pathfinders. Again, they have their upgrades, so they are pretty proficient, but I love how both sides are just camouflaging. Like, Pathfinders do a nice little ambush on the JLIs. They do have less men, and although JLIs are not in cover, or now they're moving to cover, but still, they definitely took some hits while the Pathfinders were relatively fine. We'll see. Actually, no, they lost 2 models. No, we lost another. And JLIs will win that fight, but the howitzer gets a great shot, and they're probably going to go grab some medics. Let's see. Support gun trying to fire, but again, I'm assuming we have some counter fire coming on in. There's a mortar pit back here as well, so that could also be launching the barrage. We have assault grens that are probably going to fight some 7-man conscripts. Nothing to sneeze at. Very good in terms of firepower. And also for just dealing with the amount of infantry. Oh boy. Infantry section immediately pushed back by the Panzer headquarters, which is getting a flame panzer, which is interesting because I'm assuming at this rate, Ace is getting himself, I mean, I would assume he's getting himself a KV-8, right? Like, he just got the manpower for it, and the fuel he definitely has. He could save up for a KV, but, I mean, that's expensive. And in terms of CP, and also very expensive overall. So it could take him time for him to actually get that unlocked, because he still needs 5 more CP. So it's like, alright, how are you going to get that? You're going to keep building, you hopefully get some more kills. Like, you have to do a lot in that short period of time to get it, but we'll see. Maybe even a Katusha would be good. 151 is not building anything as of yet. He needs a little more manpower. Creepio is upgrading to what? Oh, hammer. So he is probably going for the comet, which is not that great for the allies, because you would assume that they would try to deploy some armor out earlier on, especially when the early fuel I believe, or at least double, or at least contested fuel they had against the Axis. But no, Axis are deploying their Flame Panzer. I believe there's a Panzer IV on the field. Definitely not Coop. Well, no, Coop actually will make it out. Wolf is Panzer IV, again, is over here, and has gotten a couple kills, pushing back the Soviet conscripts. So solid stuff there. There's the KV-8. I knew it eventually would arise. But, yeah, no, we have a Flame Panzer pushing in. Gonna hit a mine, and the good news is for the Allies, at the very least, it's gonna die very quickly. AT gun consistently hitting it. The defensive line here was a marvelous success. So, for those who are being like, well, Greyshot, you know, it's not worth placing mines and such. If the enemy happens to roll up some infantry or armor, I would say it is. I would 100% say it is. I also like how he has the beacons, so he can detect forces along his side in case they try to, you know, sneak up on him, in case 151 wasn't there. Or, he can see a little farther out, so maybe he can see this blob. Let's actually get a closer look at that, shall we? No. He can't right now. He can't detect it. So that's good, at least for the Sturm's element of surprise. There's an AT Sturm. We have another Sturm coming on in. My god, this guy really likes his Sturms. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you like your Sturms, and this will definitely help out for repairs, having, 4, 5, 6 repair units healing something, but what's the goal here? I see this port gun, and it is using fire to try to burn the Allies. I like that. He's grouped up, so, MG's going to take a lot of hits, AT gun, and again, the problem with that is the ambulance back here, so you can always reinforce that, but we'll see. KV-8's battling against the Panzer IV. Panzer IV can't pen to save its life, and, well, luckily the KV-8 doesn't have its, 45mm cannon on, so it also can't do anything with the flamethrower on the Panzer IV. Still, the JLIs are probably going to stay farther back because they don't want to burn themselves alive. And Assault Grenadiers are pushing on in with the paratroopers and also Captain here. It's a lot of firepower with the KV-8 doing a flame barrage over the wood. And yeah, they'll be sent packing. Panzer IV can also support, but there is an AT gun here slowly hitting it. Kubel moving on in with JLI flanking. Pathfinders are there, and again, we saw they have the upgrade, so again, it will be a bit of a rough fight if they push up. Kubel gets pushed back by the Jackson. Again, good of them to focus on the Captain. That's, of course, the easy target. Let's see. Jackson rolling on in. I'm curious to see. Oh, no, it's really more like Jackson coverage, maybe destroy the cover. KV-8 burns them alive. Okay. For Kenwerfer is trying to hold back the armor, though. KV-8's going to need a lot more firepower in order to hold that back. But again, it's going to be interesting. Panther's over. That will pen the KV-8 quite easily. And yeah, they're going to be sent back. Let's see right now. AT gun sewing the Panther. Panzer IV coming on in. Again, KV-8's actually doing rather well. Oh, Panzer IV pens. Never mind. Although Panther bounces. Take that for what you will. We do have a flanking maneuver with the assault officer. Is he going to drop artillery? He drops smoke on it. We have, I believe, artillery down on it. I don't know of anything else. Grenades being thrown. He's up. They're going to retreat. He's going to retreat through the smoke. And artillery's going to come on in. Actually, does hurt the assault officer a bit. Anyway, assault officer does escape. Panther and the JLIs are looking for a way in. Again, the Panzer IV and Panzer Grenadier with some Assault Grenadiers leading the way. Conscripts on the full retreat after taking some heavy hits. Su-85 being made. Good idea. Counteract the Panther. Let's see right now. Well, again, the support trucks are helping. At least 67 munitions per turn. Hopefully that means, and it is, repair stations for quick repairs for, the armor that's currently fighting the Axis. Very interesting to see them push on in with the Jackson. Very risky, but I guess he was trying to go in for the armor hit while the KV-8 burns him alive while they're kind of off kilter a little bit. Jackson then pulls back. It's a nice shot on the Panzer. No real action on the right. It's mostly in mid. What are we dealing with armor-wise? Tiger Ace is a possibility, but again, it's 4 CP, and it's going to take a lot more damage, kills, experience in order to gain that ability to get the Tiger Ace. Kubel moving in for mid. Very risky with the Kubel plays, but hey, it survived so far. He's capturing mid. Paratroopers and everything else are kind of on standby. 151, he's trying to move up his forces. S285 on standby, so I think if the Kubel takes too many shots, it will die. So it does pull back in the nick of time, so I'll give credit. Canweaver is covering. Panzergrenadier on standby. S285 as well. Grenades being thrown. Good flank. AT gun is neutralized. Opening up the corridor, and they steal it, but KV8's going to burn the AT gun, so I don't think he's going to get very far. Yep, giving chase. Panzergrenadier also very low. Pathfinders, if they turned the corner, probably could have killed the unit. Sherman is now guarding mid. That's a little bit risky, but it's high explosive rounds. A lot of anti-infantry damage, not a lot of anti-armor as the KV8 gets there. Does kill the AT gun as they predicted, but Panther's coming on in. He's going to need to switch to anti-armor or get the hell out of dodge. Armor's pulling on back. Again, right now I'm assuming it's King Tiger, right? Buffalo, do you have all the stuff? You do. So King Tiger is the only thing I can think of, you know, to be deployed. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to be at least another minute before he gets that. I'll give credit. The Axis are trying. It's just the Allies have right now outproduced them in terms of having more men, having more AT, than the guy that's, you know, spamming only Sturm Pioneers. So go figure on that one. Though quick repairs do bring the Panzer headquarters back up to operational status pretty quickly. All right, and as predicted, the King Tiger makes its debut. Again, it's going to try to do what it can. Not exactly, how do I put this nicely? Not exactly expecting a lot from this player, but hey, if the King Tiger can keep fighting and not be snared and keep doing damage, that could do something. KV8 moving on in against the Sturm Blob. Again, Flamethrower is burning him alive as predicted, and even the Shrek teams probably won't do that much damage. Never mind, I get, well, no, Mortar comes on in, drives him back. Jackson bounces. I mean, the KV8's still at like, what, 60% health? AT guns doing okay. Panzergrenadier's kind of guarding the territory. So we'll see. Panzer headquarters just guarding, or I mean, it's guarding the area, but the artillery from the British still comes in. Jesus Christ, the tank line. I swear to God, is he gonna fall for the same damn trap? Oh, that's funny. King Tiger detonates the mine. Oh my God, he's literally gonna fall for the same fucking trap. How? How are you this dumb? Buffle. What? Oh my God. I don't understand. I really don't. Guys, my flame panzer didn't work, so let me try the exact same thing again and hoping the bigger tank will survive. Fun fact, it doesn't. But okay, it is kind of alive. It's like a quarter of its health, if not less. Shrek team coming on in. Hopefully that will keep the Firefly back. But again, Royal Engineers coming with AT. Panzer headquarters has been destroyed by the artillery. It's very low. Very low. Like, Mortar could, I mean, they don't have heavy HE. He's still pulling back. JLI is clearing the area. They could dive it, but again, I don't think the Allies are exactly in that situation. Any artillery? Not really. I guess, like I said, anti-tank, but that would require them to get recon, which they do have a lot of. And then it would possibly be using that high explosive round to kill it. But it looks like he keeps pulling back, so I don't think the Allies will have range. Luckily, the Sturm Blob should get back up to operational status pretty quickly, but again, not that great of an attack in the first place. Panther trying to cover the JLI. It's like, okay, buddy, yeah, sure. That's more like it. Panzerwerfer covering the JLIs. It's the 50 cal a little bit, but again, Sherman Jackson on standby to back it up. 50 cal, relatively speaking, okay. Allies trying to take territory. I will say they are still down by about 20-some points. Again, them having a Panther show its rear to the enemy probably won't help with that. But again, King Tiger should be back up operational status in like 30 seconds with like 4 Sturms healing it. Alright, so what do we got? We got ourselves medical facility over here. Kubel on standby. Vet 3. Hopefully can provide recon. Conscripts coming around with a demo that's hiding, so if they do charge. Stuka gets a good shot on the 50 cal. It's not Stuka in terms of a actual Stuka unit. It's a Stuka based on the rocket barrage. Okay, does kill the 50 cal, so that's a nice little kill right there. You know, rather get something. Still have the AT lines. Still very annoying if the allies, if the Axis want to try to break through and get the allies. All right, third time this guy's gonna charge. I swear to God, if he hits the same damn mine, I think I'll have to commission Rifle to be like, all right, I need you to make a definition of insanity video about a King Tiger. Or about this player. First off, hell of a shot. That man just died. Alright. I mean, hell, good shot with the King. But luckily, he sees the Aphyria and decides, no, I'm not dealing with that. So, at least we know Creepio went. And King Tiger backs on up and will probably get more repairs. Meanwhile, it's up to the competent Axis players. Although now they have to contend with a KV2, and now it's going into immobilized mode, which will essentially make it able to just pop shots and fire very far distances, which is going to be, once again, very annoying to contend with. For the Germans, you still have air support possibilities very shortly. Again, Spy Tomb actually not having that much CP compared to, well, everyone else. Let's see. I mean, Wolf can deploy. Yeah, he should be able to deploy a Tiger Ace very. Oh, there he goes. Tiger Ace on the field, so maybe that will help. Aphyria, did he fire? He did fire. He killed some units. Looks like the Storms took some hits, so probably want to send those back. But whatever the case may be, even without some support, Panther and Verkenwerfer do push back the Sherman. Jackson coming over, but again, not sure what that's. Oh, I see. Paratrooper's going to come and push the Verkenwerfer back, which allows the Jackson to, you know, start wearing down the Panther a little bit. Assault Grenadiers pushing on in against the conscripts. And doing something, KV-8 burns him quite quickly. Okay. So we should take that back that side. They're close to, I mean, like, they're in the up, they're all in the low 80s. Axis are kind of in the low 70s, so close. Closer than what I'd imagine, based on how the Axis have performed. Nice mine, by the way. Again, quite a number of mines close to the front, but hey, it worked. And maybe GLIs can pick off the unit. Very close to, but no dice. KV-2 still hitting them from across the logs. They cave and hide back there. Tiger Ace trying to provide that fire support. Again, very good against infantry if he can connect the shot. And JLIs are just taking a lot of heat from those paratroopers with LMGs. Captain as well wearing down the JLIs, sending them packing. And Axis is going to have to try to figure out something to counteract, once again, the Allies. And I swear to God, maybe have the King not try to dive the British left. Maybe try something like that. We still have something to see if the British are coming over, but like focus elsewhere might be a good idea. Recon is flying overhead thanks to the Soviets, giving an idea of what the Germans have close by. Aphyria trying to dive on in. Tiger Ace is like, the hell are you doing, buddy? Aphyria fires. Good hit on the Panther. Tiger Ace now trying to focus on the inbound armor. This is stunned, so Jackson is hoping to kill it. Tiger Ace hits the sniper's nest, but at least the airstrikes are hitting the Tiger Ace rather than the Panther. So I guess you can get some positives out of it. Hopefully the Sturmblob maybe can heal the Panther pretty quickly. Get some good teamwork there. We have a new building going down, being the Panzer headquarters. Again, trying to deploy it, so maybe you can deploy Panther or some other type of armor or heavier infantry. We'll see. But I'll say it once, I'll say it again. The Germans need to focus on something, because it seems like the Allies are just now just chilling. It's not really much of a threat. There's another Jackson coming in, which will stop with some of the armor, especially Tiger Ace, because again, King Tiger can bounce a few more shots than the Tiger Ace, but still, they both have a considerable amount of armor, so you still need to deal with that. Paratroopers on standby, again, with plenty of stuff. Again, we have additional caches going down, so we're looking at 67 to 77 munitions per turn for the Allies, 42 to 35. Again, more fuel for the Axis, but it's going to come to a point where, like Spy Tomb, it's like, you're going to need to deploy something else, buddy. You're at near pop cap. You have 2,100 manpower. Like, deploy something else. Or unless you're trying to save up for something. But again, that's... I'm curious to see what you're saving up for. AVRE charging on in, doing war speed to actually try to get close. Werfer firing, hitting the captain. Up, actually hitting the back line, the AT gun. King Tiger stops. AVRE fires at the infantry. Say goodbye. And yeah, he just got completely overwhelmed by Shrek Fire and Panzer IV, Werfer, and Tiger Ace. And yeah, maybe they really should have dove back into the Axis lines in the middle of everything. Maybe just chilling back would have been better and scaring away the King Tiger. Sherman pushing on in. I give credit for using high explosive rounds and actually penning with it against King Tiger. So what the hell do I know? Maybe King Tiger can't take any shots. British forces pushing on in against the Buffle. Buffle's trying his best. King Tiger at least is vet 1. But again, the infantry section are wearing down the infantry, which are more AT focused than anti-infantry, especially with that mortar hit, by God. Axis are taking some hits in mid, but yeah, they won't be able to hold. Panther pulling on back. Great shot, at least, with the Panzer IV and Tiger Ace killing the S-285. Brumbar on standby in case the conscripts close. They still haven't taken mid, and now the Axis are down by about like 60 points. So they'll need to do something. Yeah, so again, it's curious to see what is happening there. Getting good shots on the Werfer. Jackson looks like now under artillery fire via the LFH. So that's some good hits. At least they can get up to vet 1 pretty quickly, which will allow for airburst shells, which could be good against a number of targets, and you know, more things the better. Air support at least is hitting mid, I assume. And again, that is the Spy Tombs Overwatch. Again, he has plenty of stuff. Are the planes going to actually go in on the armor? Because the Pinto machine gun should reveal them along with the artillery. He hit it. So, you going to see anything? No, they're just flying around. They're just flying around, guys. They're just doing loop-de-loops. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. Which, by the way, I have strategic zoom so I can see this far out. But, yeah, maybe the Axis should have waited for a big assault before using the air support. I don't know. Might have been slightly more effective. 70-pounder's now up. I was waiting for one last Stuka bomb or something, but no. No air support, no Stuka strafe. Brumbar on the last legs. Oh, by the way, KV2 doing very well, up to almost vet 2 with number of kills. Great shot with the rockets, killing the Brumbar. Tiger Ace gets a veteran C2 as well, so that's good. Panzer IV taking hits, but still in the front, though. Looks like Spy Team's losing some men. He did decap mid, so at least he got somewhere. Left-hand side. Once again, I have a King Tiger, and once again, is he going to push up with no minesweepers? Like, first off, good job with the Stern Pioneer for grabbing the, you know, the Bren. But, like, can we get a just one minesweeper? That's all I'm asking. One. Like, does any of these guys have minesweepers? Anybody? Anyone at all? No one has a minesweeper. Okay. Well, since the mine is in the exact same place, I assume the King is going to hit the mine in the exact same place. Thinking, oh, obviously it's been a few minutes. He couldn't have placed the mine in the meantime. Allies are holding the point. King Tiger advances. He gets hit with a mine. Just top-notch stuff. Firefly is hitting the King, vet 2. But 70-pounder hopefully can reposition itself to help take this out. Or maybe it's keeping him there in case the armor comes in to save them. But yeah, King Tiger is pretty low. AT gun gets a nice shot on target. Knocks out the vehicle. So excellent job. Yeah, Buffle, I have no idea what you're doing, but this is absolutely some of the worst OKW gameplay I've seen in quite some time. So thank you for that. At least, like, Wolf is trying his best. Like, he and the other gentleman, Spy Tomb, are trying. And Spy Tomb does have a decent army size. It's just, my God, you can only do so much. Jackson's push on in. Again. not really much they have to worry about. Left blob coming on in. Air support goes on in. Crashes into the Tiger Ace, does a little more damage. Recon also crashes into the LFH. I guess, again, allied kamikazes. Sure. Well, it's working quite a bit. The stern blob, though, immediately backfires, sending them packing. Now we have air support coming on in. It's actually targeting stuff and trying to kamikaze as well. So that's good, I think. Suppressing or trying to hit some of the infantry. Planes are just crashing all over the goddamn map. Well, at least the allies have AA. Seem to be doing some they're doing a lot of work. JLIs, by the way, have a decent amount of kills, so they're doing work, or at least attempting to against the enemy. Again, allies don't really... Do they have heavy art? No, they really don't, except for the KV-2, which gets a very brutal hit against the JLIs and just murders a lot of them in one fall swoop. So, again, right now the KV-2 is like the most artillery unit-esque unit on the field right now for the allies. Axes have actual LEFHs, so I'm curious to see why maybe they don't focus your artillery there to like drive it away or something. But hey, at least the Veteran C2 LEFH is trying to push back the mortar pit and stop it from being repaired, so at least it's something. And it looks like Axis did take mid, so again, something. Panzer IV, Vet 3, almost Vet 4 by the way. Lots of Soviet mines in the vicinity, so needs to worry about that. Hopefully they can grab this territory. Population-wise, again, we're looking at probably upper 70s, low 80s for the Allies. Buffalo needs to rebuild his armor, but at least we'll have that up soon. Once he gets his king, I would say it's probably going to be like mid-70s for the Axis on average. Sherman's very low, barely gets out of there. Brackenwerfer's guarding the King Tiger, so at least it's something. Like how Wolf picked that up from the OKW player. Conscripts still on standby, have a good number of kills, so Ace really trying to wait, hoping they charge on in. Volk Squad charging right in front of an AVRE. Buddy, I don't think that's a good idea. Otherwise, you're going to get a bad case of the explosions. Oh, no. Stern Pioneer Blob quickly realizes they are going to have a bad case of the explosions. Like, he obviously had to see that, right? Or maybe just pay attention and quickly hit T or retreat because he didn't want to deal with it. But my God, that's a hell of a misclick. Stern Pioneer just chilling out. Do you not see the AVRE there? I guess he didn't. I guess he didn't. Anyway, Germans are still holding back the Allies. At the bare minimum, they are holding them back. The problem is right now is the fact they're just kind of being, well, you know what? Here's the thing. I would say the Allies are wearing down the Axis. However, Spy Tomb still has 2,200 manpower, a lot of fuel, and also Wolf has nearly, has over 1,100 manpower. So it's one of those situations where I would say they're wearing down the Axis, but they're not. They're not wearing down the Axis. The Axis is actually doing better. Well, hopefully don't lose the Tiger Ace, but they're still gaining, which is shocking in my opinion. And again, they're still getting veterancy. Like, these JLIs are still... The one person on their team that's not doing anything of value is Buffalo. Buffalo has a huge question mark. So, okay, another King Tiger. All right, well, we'll see how this one goes. Good Werfer, kills some conscripts. Give credit where credit's due. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird to see the Germans actually do relatively well at manpower. Sure, they could probably get something else, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's deceptive. It's very deceptive in terms of their performance, because you look and they're like, well, obviously they're not doing much, but it's mostly this guy that's doing that, because again, he has the big blood, they'll come in and immediately retreat, and they charge it, like, he has good play time. I don't understand. I'm like trying to figure out what this guy is, but he seems like drunk or an AI. Firefly might get a kill here. Rockets fire and kill the king. Air support comes on in though, thanks to Spy Tomb. Does push back the Firefly and some of the infantry with some good shots. Looks like we have some strikes coming in via P-47s, which again should push back the Germans a bit. Also, Tiger Ace being hit as well. But yeah, it's weird. It's very weird how this game is going. So at least Wolf pushed back the Su-85. We have a Browning in mid. So what, the captain died? Yeah, captain did perish. Again, allies. I mean, even though it may be off in the on the peer view or like off on the side from what I'm actually seeing, allies are still losing units like the Aphyria, the Dove, and stuff like that. They are losing stuff. 70 pounder died to artillery. I mean, Brackenwerfer died right there, but still. Paratrooper opening fire. Might be able to kill the Volk. No. Werfer does kill some paratroopers. Firefly inversing a Panther. Vet 3, by the way, so that's a hell of a thing to fight. Now, Vet 4. Good timing, by the way. Hot damn. But yeah, right now it's really just it's a time game. The Axis need to take mid. They need to do something. Again, decent shot, killing a paratrooper. Jackson coming along the side. Su-85 taking hits. Misses. Assault Grenadiers pushing against paratroopers. Maybe throw grenades. You have decent amount of munitions. Not exactly going to use it for anything major. Although, half-track could be good. Pulling a half-track for flares could be very effective. So. Recon's overhead. Thanks to the bricks. Assault officer, I assume. Wait. So I'm looking at the wrong guy. Yes, he did. He did use that. Fire came down at the forward base, hoping to kill the retreating units. Not a bad idea, because he'll be forced to run in there. Maybe the fire will kill them. He's not paying attention. So, yeah, JLIs will slowly burn to death. Not bad strategy. Now, unfortunately... Oh, no, it's actually only killed one, I think. The other one's actually A-okay. Tiger Ace, Vet 3. Good for him. With a Panzer IV pushing on in with 34 kills. This thing has done so well. Hopefully me complimenting it doesn't immediately mean it's death. P-47's coming on in. Again, Axis having a rough time dealing with the amount of allied munitions they're getting, which is allowing for all these strikes. Luckily, AA does shoot them down immediately, so only one, actual loiter came in before they immediately perished. Werfer's firing against 17 pounder, I assume, right? Hit some of the units on retreat. Yeah, a little damage, nothing that major. JLI pushing against conscripts, driving the enemy back. Okay. KV2 driving it away. But yeah, it's weird. It is very weird. Again, Wolf still is gaining men population. Spy Team lost a little bit, but again, not that much in the grand scheme of things. Did he fire? I think he stopped it. Maybe he's trying to hit this or just pull back. War speed's activated, so we at least go a little faster. Vet 5 Panther, so that's getting better. And the LFH is Vet 4. Like, hot damn. And then you have Buffalo, who gets another king. So, it's... For those who don't know, they're in Godzilla King of the Monsters, right? There's a running joke. There's a running joke that there's a head of King Ghidorah, right? The three-headed monster, right? You have like the aggressive head, you have like the kind of like the head that's in command that kind of orders the other two what to do. And then you have the third head. That head that gets ripped off, that's Kevin. Kevin's like the dumbass one that everyone like pokes fun of, because in the movie it literally will be like kind of looking around, not sure what to do. It has to be told what to do by the other heads. Like, it'll comply, but it's, you can tell it's like the weaker of the three heads. That's what I kind of feel Buffalo is. Buffalo is like Kevin. for the Axis. Because, yeah, like, I'm not saying, like, that head would normally bring down King Ghidorah. It didn't, but it took other things. But, like, it's dumb enough that in this game where it's like, man, I bet you the allies are like, this is very intense. You have Delta here building this monstrosity of a defensive line. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. 151's building it for Creepio.
An emplacement is being attacked.
It's like there's no like aggression. There's nothing. Oh my God, AVRE, if you get this shot. Oh please. Good shot. Good shot. Airstrikes come in once again. They're shot down at the very least. AVRE did die, so maybe not worth the trade, but I mean, Buffalo currently doesn't have much of an army. But yeah, if Buffalo was actually intelligent, I could actually see this working. But by God, he is performing so badly. I don't get it. I do not get it. Again, Axis have Stugs, have plenty of armor, rapid repairs. Like, obviously there's coordination between at least Wolf and Spy 2. But I'm just sitting here just like, the fuck is happening with Kevin? I'm not even calling him Bundle anymore. I'm gonna call him Kevin. We have Recon going out. They're trying to kill the Vet 5 Panther to bring it back up. Tiger Ace trying to hold him back, but again, KV2 is well firing. Pretty far, Vet 3 by like 52 kills. Air support's coming on in. Does a considerable amount to the Jackson. Might be enough to kill it if these additional strikes actually do some work. Actually hit the other Jackson. Final shot does kill the Vet 5 Panther though. Stug driven back. Conscript trying to do an AT snare. Getting very close to killing those Jacksons. Unfortunate they survived. But still just... Yeah. It's weird. This is a very weird game. And not like in a normal sense. Alright, Kevin, let's see what you can do. Hits the Sherman. Sherman diving in. More P-47s coming on in. They kill out the AA, so that's going to be a big issue for the Tiger. Ace, because again, planes might stay up for another strafe or two. They do kill one of the units, so that's good. At least JLI and Sturm are doing something. But again, most of Spy Team's forces and armor did die. He could easily bring it back, but still. Panzer 4 on standby. Again, probably best he doesn't engage that. King Tiger just chilling. You gonna do something? Buffalo, like, what's happening right here? Yeah. Like, this guy is so bad. He almost makes me want to do this replay is regrettable. I'm still probably going to post this, just like as when I eventually do, probably on Monday. And again, I get this guy getting hit by airstrikes and unfortunately being a snare and stuff like that. Kind of sucks, especially when he maybe thought the Jacksons died from the airstrikes. I'll give the benefit of the doubt. The only person I won't give benefit of the doubt to is Buffalo. Buffalo has no excuses. He just is producing Sturm. Like, what the fuck is happening? And then you have all these layers and layers of tank traps. It's confusing. So freaking confusing. I don't understand. I really don't. Again, more airstrikes coming on in. Okay. Jackson's pushing on. He gets a Tiger Ace, and he's trying to do his best. I mean, it's Vet 3, so at least he has good, fire rate and everything else. But it's like, still, it's a Tiger versus two Jacksons. It's best to have a little support, especially with Fireflies coming in to support as well. Artillery support coming in from the Brits, I assume. KV-8 burning away the infantry. 33 kills as well. Pretty solid stuff. I don't understand. Maybe this is just me. Also, repair station's really helping out for the Axis, for the Allies, just helping them bring it back. Really surprised rockets weren't fired, but again, Tiger Ace coming in makes sense. Thompson's rushing on in, I'm assuming trying to provide recon for something. Here come P-47s, right? Another batch? Yep, he got it. I mean, they're getting 78 to 93 munitions per turn. Luckily, it looks like the rockets are not going to be able to kill it, and the planes are shot down pretty quickly. So, give credit there, but Jacksons are continuing to put pressure on the Tiger Ace. They're going to need something. Some AT. Reckenwerfer is changing position to fire. Half-track's moved up to the front again. Probably shouldn't have done that. I don't understand. Like, I mean, Spy Team's actually starting to lose his army now. Buffalo is still getting only Sturm. And Wolf, I mean, like, maybe he's, like, forced to go something like a meme strat, but even a meme strat, like, you have Minesweepers and stuff. I don't get it. Like, this is actually, like, making me, like, try to figure out what the hell is happening. Like, I'm honestly shocked. Oh, AVRE is going to blast these Reckenwerfers. I immediately feel it. And fire, and death. So, very, very good to see. But, again, Tiger Ace at least is something, and the King Tiger, that too. That's all the positives I can say, honestly. Like, this isn't even much of a... Oh my god, so many dead bodies. There's so many dead bodies right there. Warfare maybe gets good shots against paratroopers. Suppresses them. That's about it. Tiger pushing in against a Jackson. A Firefly in AVRE. Yeah, I'm sure that'll go great. Reckenwerfer at least moving in, so maybe it was a bait. No air support though. Spy Team has used a lot of munitions. Again, AT coming up the side would typically be a good flank, except for the fact that armored unit is a freaking KV-8. That's probably not going to help you out all that much. AVRE just clears more infantry and support on the front. You have a large Sturmblob, which you can easily see backfiring against the Soviets. I'm sorry, the Germans. This stupid AT trap line. This is dumb. This is absolutely dumb what I'm looking at right now. Like, this is so freaking stupid that they managed to build all of this. I salute them, I truly do. But, like, yeah, fire comes down to stop the Germans from advancing in this sector. Jackson's trying to hold back the armor. They should be able to kill this Panther, I would imagine. Unless they move up their AT, but this AT gun's kind of cock-blocking the Tiger, stopping him from retreating, of all things. And now we have air support coming on in. So probably the Panther's going to die right now. Whoever comes on in, not doing that much. Enough firepower is pushing back the King Tiger. Wearing it down quite considerably. Again, good kill, I would say. Okay. Thank you, King Tiger, for doing absolutely nothing. Oh, look, Spy Team got his own King Tiger. Now, I can't imagine this one's going to last much longer. Although, at least he has some AT support behind him. But, yeah. It's just not helping. Oh my god, I don't think I can get through this. I'm sorry, I'm going 2-speed. I'm losing my fucking mind thanks to Buffalo. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. I can't take this replay anymore. I know it's a Patreon replay, but this is honestly regrettable. And I don't think the Allies are playing that bad. I mean, yeah, you have paratroopers being hit by artillery or not retreating or small stuff like that, but it's so minute. Or AVREs that diving in, but against this enemy, you have so much population, I get it. All the ATs take this. Buffalo has 1 unit left, So, good job killing the blob over here. But, like, I just... Aphyria gets a great shot. Here come the Jacksons, everything firing on it. Again, providing recon so that the tank destroyers can keep shooting it. King Tiger's about to fall. If the Fireflies get another shot off. Bounce. Rockets kill it. Werfer fires. Again, give credit. 34 kills, but it's going to perish. No, it actually lived. Alright, Vet 5 LAFH as well. Again, allies, can we take mid? KV8's just slowly walking back, though he got decrewed, obviously, because he has no kills. But again, yeah. Against this... Yeah, Buffalo, I hate to break it. Oh, another King Tiger. Guys, another King Tiger, because the 5th one's the charm. This one will definitely turn the tide. I don't even know how many we're on. I'm done. I am honestly done. Fuck the person who submitted this. I'll get to it in a second. Oh my god. Air Sport's coming on in, doing some damage, but again, P-47's just helping to drive back the Axis armor. There's not really much of a front. Easily, the Jacksons are holding back the armor. They kill the Panther with airstrikes. King Tiger pulling back immediately. Like, Jagdpanzer spam or something like that would be way better, because there would be more, you know, medium units you would have that would be firing against the enemy. You can wear them down that way. But no, we have this. I can't take this anymore. It is so freaking... Take the point, you son of a bitch. Take the point. King Tiger's about to die again. Please kill it. Thank you. I don't think I've seen a I did a regrettable replay today, and I don't know if the OKW player was this bad. I don't know. And they surrender. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God they surrender. Yeah, that was god-awful. That was an absolute fucking travesty of a game. Like, I can't tell you how much I hate that game so freaking much. Thank you to Ace for submitting this replay. God damn it, Ace. Oh my god, why? Why would you do that? Why? That game was just bad. That game was so bad. I felt bad because the Axis like Spy Tomb and Wolf were trying. They just couldn't do that much because, again, it was a 2v3. Ace got top kills. Top damage goes to 151 with 106,000 damage. Like, Creepio just stood on the side, just chilling. Like, he didn't really have that much of a threat. And Buffalo, oh my god, this guy, this was garbage. This was absolute garbage play. Like, I cannot say enough. It was garbage. You lost 16 Sturm squads, alright? That's 16 times the detail in which I had to watch a unit just constantly get thrown to the wayside. 4 King Tigers are deployed. Just stop. Only 18k with 4 Kings? It's not a lot of damage. It's just bad. Creepio did nearly 24.5k, which is good for him. Kill a lot of vehicles. 151 did 63,000 with the Jacksons. Solid stuff even if you lost it with some good paratrooper kills. 86 kills with the KV2. Solid KV2 action. It's just... Oh my god, that was so terrible. That makes me want to be angry. The fact you constantly did that strategy. It was like an AI, I honestly believe, would be better than that player. Because he just did nothing. He did nothing competently in that entire game. So I'm going to end on a foul mood. By God. I'm going to end and say, please don't do what Buffalo did. Spy Doom and Wolf, I would say you guys at least had decent manpower reserves. You guys tried. But again, the allies slowly built up and just started wearing you guys down with airstrikes and the constant artillery from the constant long range fire from the Jackson's Fireflies, KV2, everything else. It was just non-stop. Good artillery by Spy Tomb, I believe, and again, there was some good things, but like overall, I just want to be done with it. So that's it. Thanks for watching this Greyshot. Lose my damn mind, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, before y'all go, you can check out more content above, you can subscribe, and you can hear as I talk about some amazing people who support me on Patreon, which include Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Milam, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, PyroShark, XSomeToolx, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support. You literally help this channel keep on growing, so thank you. If you want to support the channel, again, check out some of the stuff I mentioned. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.